Hi, everybody. Let's do this. Hey, everybody. Welcome to kdmoonchild's world, and welcome to my midweek minis. Today's personal reading. Whatever you want to talk about, if you don't have a plan, kind of go with the flow today. So, um, wait for the notifications to go out, and we'll find out if you guys can hear me. I'm trying to do a different way of doing the picture in a picture. So I'm kind of like my webcam is my guest. It's a little different. But it's a little bit, I don't know, you see me more. I'm not beady down anymore. So I hope everybody's having a good week so far. Been an interesting one. That's all I got to say. Um, wow, that full moon. Don't know about you guys. What a full moon. So here comes some people. Hi, Miss Nikki. Hey, Deb. Thank you, Deb. Blessings to you. You're such a sweetheart. Deb. Deb. Dee Dee. Hello. Thank you very much. Hi, Deb. Good to see you, darling. Good to see everybody. Do you guys like the color? Just yesterday I was like, what am I gonna do on Lightworking Roundtable? I don't want to sit and lecture for an hour. And I don't have Linda G has her jokes that she can tell. Um, so I just thought, what is what's hey, Gerald, good to see you. Oh, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I just thought, tomorrow since it's kind of quiet, I might start something new on the Lightworkers Roundtable. For those of you who are wanting to be creative, I'm gonna do a creative show on the second week of every month. Color, draw, paint, whatever you want to do. I have decided that I'm going to do a coloring show. Excuse me, as I pop back up. And as part of the coloring show, I'm going to do a giveaway. If you like to color, I've got 2 coloring books. And I wanted to tell you guys this up in the beginning so that you can start thinking about, I want to next month, I'll pull one of your names, and you win this, whoops, wonderful coloring book from, you know what, let's do it this way. I got this new Can you hear me now? Is it okay? Can you hear? Okay. Well, I'll be going on and on. You guys. Hmm. We may not be able to do the picture in a picture. Let me go back in here, fix some settings. FaceTime camera, audio. Yeah. Can you hear me now? Did that help any? You hear me now? Hey! Oof. Okay. Anyway, that's a coloring book I'm offering to give away, you guys. This is a coloring book. It's like super, super duper detailed. You notice there was one with a lot of color I flashed through? It's because I show that tomorrow. I'm going to work on that one tomorrow. Look at her. It's like, whoa, Medusa. Yeah. Um, these kind of coloring books, you can get lost in the images. It's like, ooh, oh, I could color that, or I could cut. I'll take this jackalope any day. So yeah, there you go. Someone accused me one time of living in a unicorn and kitten world, puppies and kitten world. So I welcomed him to it. It's a great place to be till you fall off the unicorn. Anyway, this is the coloring book I would like to give away. So tomorrow, also, I had the Sienna Rose coloring book is also one that I would like to give away. You'd have your choice of the two. And this one is full of all kinds of really positive affirmations, and this is our sweet Sienna Rose metaphysical. As my camera freezes, sorry. One World Tarot, Sienna Rose metaphysical. She made this coloring book before she made the deck. So yeah, I love unicorns too. Actually, I'm a Pegasus girl, and I really get confused when they do the Pegasus with the unicorn horn. I don't know that those really ever existed, did they? Kind of wacky, kind of crazy. So, yeah, I hope everybody's having a good week. Craziness, craziness out there. The full moon. Wow. You guys, had some interesting things happening to me on the full moon. I don't know about you guys. First off, I started that new regimen to start building collagen. Because I have, from having chemotherapy, that my skin is very thin, very dry, and it tears really easy because the collagen basically got wiped out by the chemo. So, sorry, TK. So, I wanted to do something to try to see if I can get that collagen structure back. So, that's the first thing. I started that. It's L-proline, L-lysine, and L-arginine with freeze-dried mangosteen. The others are just, supplements that you take, but the freeze-dried mangosteen, you can either chew it, it's like a candy. It's like eating, any other freeze-dried fruit, but it tastes like a combination of clementines, mangoes, and like somebody splashed a little vanilla on their bowl of fruit. Really good, and has one of the highest concentrations of vitamin C of any fruit you can eat, even freeze dried. So I'm like, okay, let's start this. So instead of just doing it first thing in the morning when I got everything all arrived, I was like, okay, let's start at midday. Well, one of those, I believe it's the L-proline, kind of boosts your energy. I was doing fine, and I was actually getting kind of sleepy, and was talking to Wolf Girl Oracle and decided, well, time to go to sleep. Go to roll over, go to sleep. Bingo, wide awake, feeling the moon. It's like as soon as I relaxed and didn't have my mind on something in particular, I could feel everything. Something moved the fibro fog away. Holy cow. And was thinking, oh, wait, I can't go to sleep yet. I don't have my moon water out because this was Sunday night, full moon. So I go I'd make it in a gallon jug. Hi, Ricky. Good to see you, Ricky. Wow. So yeah, go outside to put that jug of water outside in the moonlight. I have pea gravel instead of grass. And there's little pieces of, little white quartz all over the place, landscaping quartz. It's in the pea gravel. Well, those were all glowing in the moon. You've been drinking up nutrition that has collagen in it. Yeah, and you'll notice that your hair will really grow. Your hair will grow really fast. It's some of the main ingredients in prenatal vitamins, actually, because it's tissue structure building amino acids are what I'm taking. But anyway, yeah, I get outside and it's like, wait a minute, all I did was eat a half of one of these fruits and take those pills, and that was like 6 hours ago. What the hell? Was like, I didn't eat any mushrooms. What? Why is the ground glowing? Well, yeah, it was the full moon. I know it was a combination of the full moon and the supplements, because the fog has cleared. It has not come back because I take it every day. So I know that's the supplement. But the downloads that I got from Spirit on the moon, holy cow. Hi, Manasa. Good to see you, sweetheart. Yeah, I got given another deck. So now, not only do I have this deck that I need to finish, which I got blank cards now, I can make them bigger so we can use them here. But I got given another deck, and I'm really excited about it because it's all about your journey in dancing. So, yeah, that one will be a fun Oracle deck to make. I'm like excited, super duper duper excited. Yeah, and then just was shown that the reason I learned how to read cards in the first place was not so that I could be one of these big channel political card readers. It's so that I can design and make cards. Hey, Manic, good to see ya. It's so that I can make cards for a living. You know what? Doesn't that sound like a blast? I think so. I am so excited. It's started with the birthday party at Ron Unconditional Love Tarot's channel on Saturday night. I got readings from the panel that blew my mind, and it was all about staying focused and plugged into Gaia and, fully grounded and to use my creative gifts. I was like, holy crap, every single one of them had something very similar, and that I had been holding myself back and stop it. So here we go. Hey, Wolf Girl Oracle. Well, we'll be here for a while. Takes a couple hours, so we take as long as we want to here. If it's longer than 2 hours, it's longer than 2 hours. So, yeah, love you. See you later. Yeah. So yeah, back to cards and things. So I got these. Pull it out here. These really cool cards. Yes, no, that is not a card. That's 4 decks of cards. They're blanks. And they come in their own little flip boxes. They're poker size, and there's 45 of them in the box. Well, your average Oracle deck is 44 cards. So here you go. Here's 4 practice decks, and they're really neat because you can write on them or use them as flashcards, game pieces, whatever you want to do. So they're blank on both sides. And they weren't very expensive. They're double cardstock, high quality, 300 GSM cardstock, and they have rounded corners. I was like, cool. And yeah, there's 4 of them in this big box. There's 4 of these little decks in the little white boxes. So you want to make prototypes that you can play around with and use. I'm going, hey, that's right up my alley. And I finally got my black light for this. But it needs to be nighttime for me to do it. So I can't really show it to you till tomorrow night. So it's here. I can try. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, see, too much lights on. Too many other lights on. But you can tell how it picks up stuff. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Anyway, I'll get that all fixed. Obviously, I need to do a little more practicing on this camera and a camera thing too. So, you know what? I would imagine a photo printer. I was actually going to try it, take a chance and see. If I jam my printer up, I can fix it. But the description didn't say whether you could or not. But they mainly talked about how easy it is to write on them. What I am going to do is just print out, I figured it out. My cards that size, that you can do them, we call it 3 up, 3 across and 3 down when you print it. And then cut them. Like I have paper cutter. Well, it's paper cutters that'll cut your arm off if it drops. It'll cut a finger off. And then I'll cut it and glue them. I have bookbinders of glue and stuff like that that's really flexible. But it's taken me a while I was starting this deck that, just put this in the stream too. It was starting this deck, which I'm now going to make it bigger. And I've removed some of them since I've even looked at them in here. So I'm pretty excited to, yeah. And Daryl Stash, who was in here a minute ago telling me he couldn't hear me, I'm sorry. He's going to be on Lightworkers Roundtable. We're going to have a lot of fun next Thursday. So, yeah. Should be a big deal. We're going to have a good time. He is really funny. But see, my cards they're just too little for me to just even even show them to you to get the idea what they're about. That one's the decency card, the decisiveness card. Some of them have titles to songs. Does it kind of seems like our world is dust in the wind lately? This one really inspired me. I really love this card. Oh, and I like that it froze on it too. But you'll see when it's bigger, you can see that hand is bleeding on the chain and the rose. So, yeah, friends. I also have been thinking there's so many talented people in this community. I'm putting a challenge out there. Some of you may not be artistic. You may be good at writing. Some of you may be very visionary and not very good at writing or drawing or being artistic. I would like to see more collaborations of people designing decks. I really would. Like the One World Tarot. Really cool when you see, when you have people that and they put out a beautiful deck. I mean, there's so many beautiful decks out there to begin with to choose from. Oh, crap. But yeah, I'm putting a challenge out there. I want to see some collaborations. So, what do you say we're 22 minutes in. What do you say we play around with chow? Let's see what we can do about dinner. I went all out day before yesterday. Made myself some stroganoff. When I say I went all out, yeah, all the way to Hamburger Helper. I always add a lot of extra stuff in it, though. Like fresh mushrooms and peas and steamed peas and carrots. And, this card right here did not want to fit in the deck very well. Trying to shuffle and talk to you guys, not paying attention to what I'm doing, and I'm trying to shuffle the book in with cards. Crazy. The whole idea is showing you my hands while I'm talking, just so you can see me shuffle. And I have to shuffle this way today because doing my nails yesterday killed my thumb. So, poor them. When I get off of here, I promise you guys I'm calling the doctor. It's got to get checked out and fixed. I was waiting for my new health insurance to kick in, and now we're 2 months into that. So my problem is if it doesn't hurt, I forget about it, And then when it hurts, it's like, dang, I need to do something. So what do we want to have for dinner? First card. Ooh. A fountain drink. Second card. White cheese dip. Okie dokie. We'll get a lot of junk. You know what? Let's move the camera a little. And mashed potatoes. The king of sides. Any ideas? I have thought of a card shuffling machine, Dee. The only thing is, oracle cards won't fit in them. Now, actually, these won't even fit in them. See how long they are? Compared to a poker card. Let me get that box out. Compared to a poker card, they're a lot longer. So they don't fit in a silly machine. And some oracle cards are giant. But yeah, I actually thought about that. I used to like to play canasta. So I think somewhere in this house there is a card shuffling machine. One that crank kind. You turn the crank. Belonged to my parents. But see the difference. This is a regular poker card compared to tarot card. So yeah, a lot. It's not a lot wider, but it's a lot longer. There we go. They need to make an adjustable size card shuffling machine so that you could, I'm not mechanically smart enough to figure that one out, but I would imagine you could do it somehow. Just a matter of adjusting the size where you stack in the cards themselves. But then it goes into kind of like a narrower area where they shuffle. I don't know. That might be I have to dream on that one. But it's a good idea. It's a really good idea. Because I'm sure I'm not the only arthritic tarot card reader. You know? You're trying to figure out what you want for brunch? I got mine figured out. I'm making me a big old plate of black bean nachos. I'm just in the mood for nachos today. So, I'm going to pick this one. Since I'm in the mood for nachos, let's go with the Blanco dip. The white cheese dip. Yeah. What do you say? Does that sound good to you guys? Cheese dip? That can be our appetizer. So here we go. What do we want? Yeah, something for the ethers. Exactly. I'm going to give that to Spirit. And next thing you know, I'm one of these people that's like, oh, I need that. Oh, well, can I make it? If I can make it, then we're good. Because I don't have to buy it if I can make it. Can I make it or can I get a used one and repair it? I can get a used one for $3 at a thrift store. Problem is, you don't know what's wrong with it when you buy it at the thrift store. A lot of them will let you, like I bought a microwave at one time, and they let me plug it in. Oh my goodness, all this junk. I'll put this up here. All this junk. Oh, now we could do cheese dip, or we could do, speaking of junk, or that's not junk, or we can do salsa. But this is the supreme junk. You want to talk about something really bad for you? I was reading the other day, did you know eating one hot dog every 6 months increases your rate of having a heart attack 20-fold? One hot dog. I'm going, well, what about sausage? Because I love sausage. One hot dog. Come on. That's how it's because of it's almost all fat, preservatives, and fillers. Our hot dogs anymore, unless you're getting organic frankfurters, they're not so great. So, what do you vote? Do you want to do salsa instead of the cheese dip? You want to do the hot dog? Hot dog's cool with me. Let's see. Let's get one more. Oh, yeah, that goes. That matches really good with French fries, salsa, hot, and a hot dog. Sushi roll. I'm going to vote a no on that one. You want the salsa, D? I vote the salsa too, instead of the Blanco dip. Actually. So, woohoo! And I just threw 2 cards out. Oh, and one we can do. So, I'm going to swap these. We'll put this one up there. Pick these up. These 2 fell on the floor. Whoop. Where'd that card go? There it is. It landed down in the dark zone. Okay. Peas. We have Page of Sides. Burger and salsa. See what we can get. See if we can get a beverage here. Looking at the ingredients apparently in that burger. It looks like it's got bacon and avocado and cheese and egg. That's a pretty loaded burger. All kinds of fat in that burger. Oh, no. Chinese. We're all over the place in this today. And the Blanco dip came back. I'm gonna grab the burger out of this one. The other duo, fish and chips. Ah, there's our beverage as it came back. Because didn't we have that a minute ago? I could have sworn we had a Coke a minute ago. So we've got a burger with salsa and Coke. Vote no on the fish and chips. I also vote no on that. Oh, that might be better than a burger, though. This other thing. So I'm turning down the tofu. I don't eat soy. I can't. I'm a breast cancer survivor. And you shouldn't eat soy. So, Superman up here in the corner. Look at that. There's Superman up there. I guess that's Superman. The many named. The grinder. Oh my gosh, I like that. That's funny. And actually, that's, well, I don't know. It's about equally as fattening as that burger. Okay. I give up. It just keeps coming up with silliness now. So it's through. So we are going to, I'm going to leave the manly, the many named, sorry. I think that's funny. I'll leave that up there. So you can have your choice. You want a burger? In case you're a vegetarian, you can have a grinder, a veggie grinder if you want. Salsas, I mean, dip it in the salsa. Salsa's good on anything. That's like #1 replacement for ketchup in this country. So we have your choice of a veggie grinder or a fat-loaded cheeseburger and salsa with a soda. There you go, turkey burger. It's not as bad. It's still got the bacon, avocado, cheese, and egg, though, on it. That's what I'm saying. Talk about a fat-loaded burger. And I'm looking at this card up close, it's got 2 patties on it. So that's definitely a super size. Hey, from a burger place instead of a fast food place, yeah, let's do it. We have a place here called Johnny Rockets. It's down by the university, and they make the best milkshakes and stuff. It's like the old-fashioned 1950s diner, so you can get that kind of food, hot roast beef sandwiches, good burgers and waffles, and yeah, it's a fun place to go. Very popular with the students. It's not expensive either, which is amazing down there. Some interesting, stuff down the shops and everything down by the university are more expensive because those kids don't care if they see it, they want it. It's daddy's money, most of them. So Yeah. Well, you guys, I thought today we would just chit chat about whatever you want to talk about. You're having a salad, sweet kale and Caesar combined. Ooh, that sounds good. And you'll add roasted chicken. Ooh, I have some dressing that I got that is raspberry chipotle. Oh my goodness. I put that on some chicken and put that in the air fryer I broiled it in the air fryer. Oh, was it good? Really hot and sweet. Oh, but it was, hmm, yeah, I had that with some steamed rice. Oh, it was really, really good. So, I gotta do chores. Love you, darling. Have a good day. Come back. So, you guys want a card? I mean, I'll do readings. I'm here. I just, Manic was asking me earlier in his live stream what my favorite decks were. So I thought definitely today I would make sure I showed you that this is my array. This is what I sit here and look at and grab from. You see me grabbing decks. This is where I grab from. So I'd have to say probably this one is my favorite right now. It's the Rumi Oracle deck. But you can see it's large. I got my largest decks are up on the top row here. So yeah, this is what I choose from. And over here on this other side, move that so you can see. They're half covered up here. Are my tarot decks. So if I can get it over there where you can see it. There you go. Those are the tarot decks. So, oh my gosh. Yeah. So let me show you this sage that I got. I've never seen a smudge stick this big in my life. Wow. Look at this thing. Look at the size of that thing. It's black sage and instead of white sage. It's supposed to be very good for grounding and relaxation. And with my mind in creative mode going 100,000 miles an hour, I need this before I go to bed at night. Wow. You're eating a peanut butter sandwich? Peanut butter is always good. Peanut butter is good for helping to regulate your glucose level too, Nikki. So you're, watching your hypoglycemia. Peanut butter's a good one. Well, all those nuts. If I were you, if you like nuts, I would keep them around just to snack on. Where did I buy that? Amazon. $6.99 for that giant thing. They come in white sage, dragon's blood. This is black sage. There's a bunch of different ones, and they're all $6.99. And I lit it a while ago and burned for quite a while and didn't even make a dent in the top of it. So that's a good deal. It's a good bargain. It smells really earthy. It's different than you want the link. Okay. Well, you know what I will do? I will look it up and post it. Yeah, it's what I'll do, Dee, is I'll post it in the comments. So if you'll come back on the replay, I'll post it so that it's permanently posted in the comments there. And also I will put it also in the description. Because I don't have anything in the description right now. I kind of got distracted this morning. So I was trying to figure out how to do this 2-screen deal. So, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. So card readings, anybody? We can start out with one for everyone. Why don't we? It's a good deck. Let's see. Spirit? Okay. The Lovely Oracle by Lilac Lantern. Let's see. I am actually going to do a real shuffle here. Bless you, kitty. Okay. Oh boy, is that ever a good one. Darling, don't take it seriously. You're better than that. We got so much weird stuff happening right now, and threats, and this debt ceiling negotiations and stuff. I'm laughing at these yahooty tooties. Yeah, they're dangerous, but come on, any rational minded person can see the ridiculousness of first, well, it was purple M&Ms are too fat. Green M&Ms are gay, so you can't eat those. And then it was, did you know they're trying to take away your gas stoves in Florida? What the hell? Nobody's trying to take away anybody's gas stoves. Gas stoves just really aren't super popular in Florida. And then now, latest I heard last night, they're on chocolate milk. Chocolate milk's bad. So I guess they think we put poison in it or something. Great. Leave me all the chocolate milk, man. I'll do it. You started steroids and antibiotics yesterday. Honey, I understand. What steroid did they give you? Because I bet you're having a hard time sleeping big time now. They realize you have fibromyalgia and they gave you steroids. Interesting. Because every time when I was in chemotherapy, I had to take steroids, dexamethasone. And they gave me sleeping pills to make sure I could relax and sleep. Oh, COPD. I didn't realize you had COPD, darling. My daddy had that. Z-Pak. Z-Pak is a heavy-duty antibiotic. Yeah. Thank goodness you don't have to take it for very many days, though, in a row, most people. Woohoo! Here's another card for us. Perfect for this month. Right? Whoop. Get in the camera. And then focus the camera. This camera, I tell you, it has a manual focus, which is good, except when it freezes. There we go. There we go. Ignite your passion. Yeah. Perfect for this month. Everybody wants to know what their purpose is. Like, it's some great, mystical, wonderful, magical thing. And if you really think about it, the thing that you're supposed to be doing is what you're the most passionate about. How many times have you heard in your life, if you could do what you're passionate about or what you truly love for your job, then it wouldn't be a job. Bingo. That's your purpose. We get too focused on the practical aspect, and we've gotten lost in that practical aspect. We've actually gotten brainwashed in that practical aspect to be the diligent little workers that, normally might be the thinker, the inventor. And we're I can say for sure, programmed to go for the safe job with the insurance and the, no matter whether it satisfies you as a human, when you're spending 8 hours a day, you know, your waking hours, most of your waking hours, you're spending dedicated to someone else. Some of us, it just doesn't fit anymore. You made hi, Scotty. You made cashew butter? No, I know, but, and well, it depends on if you listen to that guy who advertises all over YouTube or not, Dr. Gundry. Cashews, only $5 a pound? Wow. Oh, yeah. Cashew butter and raw honey. Mm-hmm. I actually only buy raw honey. Honey that's been pasteurized and stuff doesn't have much benefits. So I also do, I mix in my honey. I mix propolis, which is what bees actually eat. They don't eat honey. Honey is their extra energy. They actually use the honey more for insulation and extra, like we would do a Monster drink or a Red Bull. Cool. Yum. Well, bits and pieces work, especially if you're going to grind it up into butter. Awesome. Ooh, did you infuse that? I don't think I would infuse that, because if I infused that, I would sit with a spoon. And then I would be knocked out for the rest of the day. That sounds so good, though. I love cashews. I used to work for Arizona Pistachio. That was fun. Could eat all the pistachios I wanted. Wish I could had that access now. Man, they're expensive. So I had a pile of them on my desk all day. I like to make at Easter. We all make fudge and stuff like that for Christmas. Well, I make white chocolate fudge, and instead of putting, this is for Easter, and instead of putting walnuts or that kind of nut in there, I use cashews for the green color. It makes it look like springtime in the white chocolate. I know people will say, that's not chocolate. It is cocoa butter. Okay? It's made from, just doesn't have the cocoa powder in it. Ooh. I like that one too. Is that our card for next month? So, who wants a card? Wow, we've already been here an hour. Well, doesn't help that I wasted the first 10 minutes on mute. Anyway, you guys, I hope you comment and color with me tomorrow night. I'm really looking forward to it. I won't be at this table, I don't think. I don't have the room. This is basically an oversight. It's a side table. It's supposed to just like have a lamp on it and maybe a book. Not all of this other stuff. I may move the cards off of here, and if I do, then I'll just color here. But yeah, I thought we could just shoot the breeze and color. I'll tell you why I am applying what color when I apply it. We'll talk about different coloring books. You don't have to spend a fortune. You can still have a lot of fun relaxing with coloring. Here you go. This is an example. This one. I got this at Walmart and it was on sale. It was originally $4.99 and I think it was in one of the dollar bins. So I bought it from my mom. Bless her heart. She was in her 90s and she loved to color, so we colored together. So anyway, this is my finished one in here. It all depends on what your imagination sees. I mean, it's a really simple, basic design coloring book, but how you can make it 2-dimensional, or you can make it 3-dimensional. If you want to know how to make it 3-dimensional, I can tell you why I laid down what colors when and so on. And this I did intentionally without blending it, the colors. I wanted to see the pencil line marks, like in those rose. Hello, in those rose petals. So, yeah. So I thought we could hang out. My sweet friend, actually, I'm just going to call her. She's my unofficial adopted granddaughter. And her mama are going to color with me tomorrow night. So even if you don't want to color and you just want to watch me color, I promise. Ooh, that's a cool picture. Double-headed snake. Cobra. You just want to watch me color, you can do that too. I was thinking about having some royalty-free music playing in the background or something. Oh, yeah, and here's another one I'm started in here. So, colored pencils. Prismacolor colored pencils. Now these, you can see it kind of has a shine to it, a weird shine. That's because I used, and the camera doesn't really pick it up. It just picks it up as a waxy cover look, but it's actually metallic colored pencil on the butterfly. It's fun. That's what I do when I get bored. I'll put on some YouTube documentary, or, YouTube's loaded with audiobooks, and I'll sit in either color or diamond paint, which once it warms up enough where I can move out into where I craft. It's a big room, all tile and stuff, so it's chilly out there. Once I can get this whole setup moved out there, I'll give you demonstrations on things that have to do with art, like the diamond painting and that kind of thing. Although I really, really struggle with encouraging it, because first, it's good for you and it's bad for all of us. Good for you as an individual, but bad for everybody else. Now, how can that be? It's great for hand-eye coordination, if you have a deep brain injury, that kind of thing. Diamond painting is perfect for that. So that, in that instance, it's healthy. It's very zen. It's very relaxing. Some people would think it was very tedious, but I actually get it down to a rhythm. The only thing that gets tedious is sprinkling out the little diamonds and changing the colors out. But the tediousness is part of it, because it's teaching hand-eye brain function coordination. So, yeah, and you focus on doing that. Pretty soon you're not thinking about, well, what am I having for lunch? And, ooh, what bill's coming up? I got to pay that. All of a sudden, all that stuff kind of goes away for a while. So I can sit and, yeah, oregano is great for that. I use a diffuser and essential oils. So, big time. But you don't have to have a diffuser to make that work. If you have an aluminum pie plate with water in it in your oven on warm, you can do that all day long. I used to do that when I okay, sales trick. I was a leasing agent for apartment complex for years. And I used to take bring apple peel from home. And everybody thought I was weird because I was bringing apple peels from home, but not the apples. Apple peels and cinnamon sticks. And at Christmas time, it was orange peels, clove, and cinnamon sticks. Hint, guess what I was doing? In the model apartments that you show people first before you go show them the actual ones that are available. I would have this aluminum pan in the oven with a little bit of water and those things in the water, and it just smelled like someone was baking an apple pie all day long. I rented a lot of apartments. It worked. You make people feel at home, you know. Someone suggested at one point that, wow, we should just start baking cookies in the model apartments. And the manager about had a fit. And she was like, yeah, that'll get you away from doing your work, doing fun, making cookies instead of collecting the rent and taking care of service calls. But yeah, um, that's funny. I really did enjoy being a leasing agent and my real estate license. So I also worked for a company that recommended different apartment complexes. So I had I think 9 or 10 that I represented for the company. And if they sent me referrals and stuff, I'd go bring them a pizza or bring them a bunch of pizzas. Or, sale, you can find your ways to make sales work. I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. I never lied to anybody in sales. But that doesn't mean that if I get excited about something, people won't want to buy it. I was a travel agent for years. And my father used to tell me, and my dad was in the Navy, and he used to get really seasick. And he'd tell me, Katie, you could sell a cruise on a banana peel. Thanks, Dad. Coming from him, that was quite the compliment because he was a used car salesman, also an insurance salesman for years before he went to work for the federal government. Oh, there you go. Yeah, all the years you've clipped gave you hand-eye coordination. Well, my parents started me young, taking piano lessons and stuff. So hand-eye coordination is something that um, I would be very sad to lose. I'll be honest. My eyesight. I am such a visually oriented person that to lose my eyesight would be. I can't imagine it. I'm an artist. First off, how could I paint? I couldn't paint anymore. So, yeah. So I couldn't make oracle cards either, or tarot cards, which I guess is what I'm going to be doing a lot more of. So there will be periods of time, I think, probably as summer comes along, you're going to see less of me as I delve deeply into some projects. There's 2 decks of cards now that are in my head and a novel. And those card decks have to have guidebooks because they got to have a guidebook to go with them. Although my first one is not necessary. I mean, they're just basically one-word sentiments on a card with a picture that goes with it, like loyalty. Um, here's one. Integrity. That's a word we don't hear much. That's a word I'm hungry to hear. Yeah. And then we have these silly ones that are cuckoo. The true love story never ends. If it's real love, it grows. It doesn't burn out. So, yeah, they're just simple. Here you go. Passion. What do you get intuitive about that picture about passion? I know it's cut crooked and stuff, but this is my first prototype. Give me a break. Here you go for this one. Abilities. So it's just a word and a picture. Real basic. Really simple. tools. You know, some of us have lots of them, and some of them we don't have very many. Some use cards, some use a crystal ball. Though I've never seen it. I don't know. You know, that's something I'm going to search for on YouTube. I haven't seen people using a crystal ball. I like this one. Unlock your heart. Open it up. Open it up for everybody. So yeah, it's a really basic, simple deck. So you really wouldn't need a guidebook that tells you what the cards mean. Now, maybe what I've been doing in the guidebook is I've been including like a meme and maybe the definition of the word so that you can take it and run with it with your own imagination or with whatever you're being shown or told, so that you can use the cards for yourself personally or for other people. Or anyway, I plan on doing it, you know, where you can buy them anywhere. Whose chat was I in over the weekend? And someone said that the One World Tarot is available at Joann's Fabrics. Lena Rodriguez and Sienna Rose, their deck is available at Joann's Fabrics. I didn't even know Joann's Fabrics had tarot cards and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. That's the big time. When you're not just selling on Amazon or eBay or something like that. It's like when you make it to Target and those guys, that's really cool. Oh, it's a gorgeous deck. I love it. It is based on the Rider-Waite in it, but it's very diverse in the people. You know, they're people of color. They're, you know, see, this is a lot like the Death card in Rider-Waite. See how bright and beautiful they are, but yet they're not obnoxious. And the book goes into such like the Temperance card. Look at this, isn't it beautiful? And the book goes into such wonderful detail that it's perfect for someone who is just learning tarot. Here you go. That's one of my interesting cards. When it's upright, it's information coming quickly at you. When it's upside down, you're going to get buried by it, in my opinion. See, that's how I read tarot. So, you know, you can be traditional. That's the one thing about this. There's no right or wrong. Here you go. 7 of Cups, card of temptation. But I call that the card of illusion and delusion. Because you got to choose one of these cups. Not all those cups are good for you. Most of those cups have an illusion in them. Like the dragon and the snake and the castle. All that riches and stuff. Which one do you choose? So, yeah, this is a pretty cool deck. So, but then I've got a review of this deck also on my channel. I have a review of every deck I buy, so that's my deal. It's fun. I have a new deck too that let's see. Yesterday there was a video came out, a card review, and then I have another one coming out next week too. So, but then after that, the rest of February, I don't have card reviews. I do have a couple book reviews though that I'm, you know, we've talked about on this channel. One is the 4 Turnings, and the other one is the 4 Agreements. Something about that number 4, huh? Recently on this channel. So I highly recommend both of those books as reference books. I mean, get them in hard copy, unless you don't have space. Unless you're somebody who's like, you live in your RV and you don't have space for your library of books and you put them all on your Kindle. Bless you, because that's going to be me probably, hopefully, in the next year or so. I have to save the money up for the vehicle. I'm still waiting. Anybody want a card? You know, I was going through my coloring books yesterday. I was given the idea to do this. And I got this one from my mother. Another one I got for her. I think I got it at Barnes and Noble years ago. And it was $10. That's not much. But what I like about it is they're only on one side. So if it bleeds through, it doesn't mess up another picture. But look at what I found in here. It's my mom. She's 97 years old when she colored that. Pretty awesome lady she was. So yeah, stumbling on that kind of took my breath away yesterday. And she had this one, I think, selected to do next because she was crazy about hummingbirds. So we don't need 2 shows about coloring. So who wants a card? Somebody? This is my camera right here, by the way. You love nuts, I do too. I would just, keep nuts in your house, Nikki. Keep them around because I know you're working with your blood sugar all the time. So, and making sure that you have plenty to eat. Nuts are great protein, and for a hypoglycemic person, just 4 or 5 walnut halves will balance your most people's eucalyptus. Hey, glucose. But peanut butter is a really good one. Depends on your bread, though. Me, when I was first diagnosed as a diabetic, they were telling everybody to do whole wheat bread. Now they tell you not to. Your best is, if it's got gluten in it, don't eat it if you're a diabetic because that gluten turns to starch, and when starch breaks down in your stomach, it turns to sugar. So there you go. Mr. Bungle! Hey, good to see you, dude. Welcome. So, who needs a card? My card table is empty here. And I got it so you can see it better. I'm not so sure it's exactly perfect, but hey. Anyway. I am looking to see who wants a card. Nobody's takers. Okay. No takers today? My goodness. I'll take your questions too. You got a political question or something you want me to... You'll take a reading, Scotty? Cool. Thanks, Bungle. Mwah. You'll take your mom died 3 years ago on February 5th. She would have been 100. Oh, honey. My mama she died. My mom died in 2018. Yeah. She would be 102 in May. Yeah, she was born in 1921. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. What deck do we want to use today? I'm going to use... This is one of my favorites. This is the Shaman's Dream deck by Colette Baron Reed. It's an oracle deck. And Scotty B, you'd like a reading. Let's see. What does Scotty's mom have to say? for Scotty. Is there a message from Scotty's mom? Whew. Yeah. The first card I get. Wow. First breath. The beginner's mind. It has a whole universe at your disposal. And I'm almost looking at this card as though that's your mom. She's right there in the center of it all. She's watching out for you, and she's not going to let anything happen to you. She's also watching out for you and tugging on your ear when she sees you about to do something maybe you shouldn't. It's funny, I get the tugging on the ear thing. Also, this is a card. This card is number 3. So it's a card of growth. And yeah, it's a card of expression. And it's a card of groups. So here we are. She's telling you to hang out in like-minded groups. And she's got you covered. The universe has your back, but she's right here with you. She's not going to leave. And I'm getting there's more cards. I'm getting from the bottom. Ooh. Bottom card is the Eye of the Eagle. We all need to do this. This is a really good card for everyone. But she's reminding us all that to survive this and all this chaos that's going on around us in the whole world right now, we have to be very, very, very insightful at how we look at things. Try to look at things from multiple points of view, not just one. And in doing so, we will rise above the fray because we will have more of an insight into all sides of the story, not just what we're told to make us afraid. We got here. And then she's telling you, Scotty, you need to do a me talks. And I think your cashew butter is the start of that. Do a repair on your mind, body, and spirit. Take some time for you. Just kind of hang out in your pervert. That's a word. It's weird. Fibromyalgia word. Private world. Just hang out in your private bubble for a little while. You know? Take your time. Hey, Rose Blue. You talk to your mama. Good. So, my friend. Oh, yes. And when you do this me talks, dear Scotty, you're going to find out that the universe is your partner. You'll realize everything you want is right at your fingertips. Right, finally, right at your fingertips. The universe is your partner. The universe always has our back. So it's easier when we get all the toxic stuff out of our minds, out of our bodies, whatever is needing to be cleansed. It is so much easier to see how great we really do have it. You get that eagle's eye clarity. You know, think about the eagle. How far in the sky it flies. It's soaring up there, and it drops like a dang bullet when it sees what it's going for. It's like there's no doubt in its mind whatsoever. Because you ever see an eagle like start to go get that salmon out of the river and go, nah, I changed my mind and fly back up again? I never have. I grew up in the Pacific Northwest, lots of eagles. Yeah. No, they make their decision and they do not second guess it. They dive. But it's going to take some body, mind, and spirit detoxing, detoxing. Taking time for you. Self-care is so important. And men don't do it. You guys really don't really practice it. Women, we have our rituals, like getting our nails done and maybe go getting some color in our hair or a new hairstyle, or we do our bubble baths, and women, we have all those men think are kind of silly rituals, but those are all self-care things. Those are all things that make us feel better about ourselves. Um, and men are so practical. I don't think that sometimes that you guys are too oriented to taking care of just taking care of you. You know, unless you go to a game or you go four-wheeling or you're a hunter or someone like that where you can get out and get away. So if you're finding that you need that, Scotty, if you need to take a moment to get out in nature, I'm suggesting that's a real big thing here too with the eye of the eagle. It's also part of taking the first breath. I don't know about you, but when my mom passed away, I kind of felt like my rudder was gone for a long time. And till finally I realized that she never really left. She's always right beside me. Not just in my heart, I mean her energy. She is right beside me. And she slaps me upside the head once in a while when I'm getting ready to do something really stupid. Your mom was 64, Bungle. Wow, that's a year younger than I am. I know. You know what I miss about my mom the most? She'd just walk by and do this, on your shoulder, on your back, wherever she could touch you. And just give you that little love pat. And she's walking by. No words ever said. I miss that. I miss that the most. She had dementia so bad, though. She was really not her. She was more like a 3-year-old child. I'd catch her in the refrigerator. When you get old, your taste buds stop working. So the ones that really work well, like when you're in your 90s, are ones that taste sugar or salt. So that's all she wanted to eat. Potato chips and desserts and soda. So I quit buying the stuff because I'd catch her in there sneaking it in the kitchen. So I quit buying her stuff. Well, the next thing she started doing, well, if there was a salad dressing in there that was a little sweet, she'd drink that. Ew. Catalina, Thousand Island. When she was drinking the ranch dressing, I was like, okay, that's it, Mom. No more. I had to ban her from the kitchen. And she still would sneak in there. Bless her heart. Yeah. Yeah. Right. If you're in public, you can lean against a tree. Hold your phone like you're looking at it. To get grounded, with or without actually hug or not your trees. Hug it with your forehead. I agree. I agree. I don't care if people think I'm nuts because I'm hugging a tree. I quit caring about what other people think about me a long time ago. Hey, Mama Redneck. Hi. Yeah. Actually, I got an update yesterday. Do you guys remember my kitty cat that got stolen from me this summer? Well, I finally had it out with my neighbor who took her. Called him out on his lies and stuff. And he apologized. He was done. I told him from now on, you make any kind of a decision, you and the neighborhood make any kind of a decision that has anything to do with me, I suggest you consult me before you act. Otherwise, you're going to end up talking to my attorney next time. He was like, okay. I'm so easygoing and I'm really quiet. And so, most of the time they make up stuff about me because there's nothing for them to talk about. So, but I decided when I was in college, it used to really drive me crazy, when you're an adolescent, people are talking about you, they're gossiping about you. Oh no. And then I finally figured out, hell, they're going to talk about you anyway. Might as well give them something to talk about. So then I started being the wild child and giving them wacky, stupid, crazy things to talk about. And they either thought I was nuts or they loved it because it was funny. So I quit caring a long time ago. When people talk about you behind your back, that's actually none of your business what they say, unless they bring you in the conversation. Hello, Mama. Your mom was left-handed, huh? She smacks you up. Uh-huh. There you go. See, she making sure her boy is minding her manners. Oh. Hi, Jules. You waiting for your kids to get out of school? And then you got to go get them, huh? It's good to see you, hon. So, yeah. But I do miss my mama. She was my best friend my whole life. She always had my back. Yeah. Which usually put me in the middle of my mother and father when they would get in arguments. And they would put me in the middle too. So, yeah, let's give them something to talk about. Yeah. So, what do? I start a YouTube channel. Let's really give them something to talk about. Most of them didn't even know until the other day that I even did this. I didn't want them to know. This is my. I don't do stuff with my neighbors. They're just the people that exist in the same space I do on the same street. I used to, but all those are different neighbors now. So I don't really know my neighbors anymore. And I kind of like it that way. Because for sure, I know some of them already think I'm nuts. But that's because of gossiping. And when they get to know me, they're like, oh, well, you're really not a crazy lady. No, I'm not the crazy cat lady. I only have 2 cats and you'll never see them outside because they're house cats. So, yeah. And I don't have 5 dogs that I got to walk, unlike my neighbor over here. So, yeah, people just don't see me very often. And when I do my walking, it's usually right after everybody's left for work. I'm here at home all day and they're not. So, I kind of time it that way on purpose because a lot of them are out walking around really early. Also, when you get out really early walking in my neighborhood, you can't be sure what wildlife you're going to see. In my neighborhood in the last 3 years, there's been, we have a resident bobcat, resident coyotes, but the year of lockdown, there was a mountain lion 2 streets over. And I live in the middle of the city. But I live very close to here in Arizona, we call them washes. Let me get rid of this camera. I don't think we need it right now. We call them wash. And what it is a ditch but it never has water in it unless it's raining. And here when it rains, the water washes through. So, but the animals use those, come down out of the mountains. They're like freeways for them. It's perfect path for them to come down out of the mountains into the city, and they come into the city looking for easy food, especially when it's really cold in the mountains. And there's snow up there right now. So, yeah, I got snow in the mountains that I can see from my bedroom window. And I live in the desert where it's, give me 3 more months and it'll be 110 degrees. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I don't know what it's going to be like this year. The roller coaster of the cold makes me think it's not going to be a very hot summer this year. Which could be bad because we usually need the heat, that real extreme heat in the month of June to bring in the monsoon flow. And that's when we get most of our rain, is that monsoonal flow from the Gulf of Mexico. You have a very small group of souls you know are friends. Yeah. And I know of people in my yeah. Yeah, that's what I got going on in my neighborhood. There's this little pack. They all walk together, and they all talk about, you can see them pointing at the houses, talking about the houses as they're walking by. I'm going, I should follow them one of these days, just for curiosity. But then I'm going, why do I want to know? I'm one of those people that they're pointing at the house and talking about what I do or don't do in my yard. We don't have a homeowners association. So if I want to do permaculture and let my yard go back to the desert so I have a lot of wildlife, none of their business. I don't use a lot of water. I don't waste water because I don't have a lawn and all these trimmed up bushes and landscaping. I let all that go. I used to have all that. Spent a lot of money on all that. It's a lot of work and it's not worth it. You have black lava rock from Arizona. Black cinder comes from up by Flagstaff, because that's where Craters of the Moon is. It's a national park, national monument, giant meteor crater that they use to train astronauts, as a matter of fact, up by Flagstaff. So that's black lava rock comes from there. Also, red cinder rock comes from there. Some people would say this is cinder rock. It tickles me. Oh, I turned that camera off. Let's put it back on. Some people say that is cinder, but it's actually azurite. See the turquoise in there, that color? That's because it's creating malachite inside it. These two grow together all the time. Malachite and azurite. Usually you see azurite has got bigger blue crystals. But this one was interesting, so I picked it up. Gem Show just left here Sunday. And today, I can feel it. You can tell they're packing stuff up to ship back out again. So you guys who are maybe skeptical at the energy that is in a stone, all you have to do is come here to Tucson, Arizona, the last 2 weeks of January, the first week of February, to the Gem and Minerals show here. It is the largest in the world. It takes over pretty much the whole town, the whole city. All the vacant lots, all the frontage road, the motels downtown. Each one of the rooms are a different vendor selling different stones. It's a really big international deal. And some of the stuff that comes here for the show, you can buy it if you got the money. You got $50,000, $150,000. You want to buy a amethyst geode that is so big. This year they had one that had a goat in there, alive, full-grown goat in there that you could go in, pet the goat, sit with the goat, and they would close the other half of the geode on you. So you're sitting inside of an amethyst geode with a goat. Tell me you can't feel that energy as it's getting shipped into this place. I mean, there's Arizona, the desert in Arizona is full of, I mean, that's why the gem show happens here. It's a rockhound paradise. And I mean, gosh, peridot and all kinds of stuff in the ground here. And so that's how it started. Started like 90 years ago, something like that. This rockhound club decided that to have a public show to show people what they had collected that year. And it grew and grew and grew. And now it is the largest in the world. So yeah, that amount of crystals of all kinds of powers, and it's crazy. I start feeling them coming in. I really do. Um, I didn't used to be that sensitive. I've lived here for like 37 years. I didn't used to be that sensitive, but boy, this year I knew exactly the day that the rocks started arriving. Nancy Jean's garden. She laughs at me because I call them rocks. Someone asked Jen's World one time, well, what's the difference between a crystal and a stone and a rock? Whether it's opaque or see-through, they're all rocks and they're all stones. But not all rocks and stones are crystal. This is one I usually have in my grow room. This is a rainbow fluorite. It usually sits in one of the plants. Right now, grow room's empty. I'm waiting for the new moon. I missed the full moon. I didn't get my seed started, so I'll do it on the new moon. But yeah, that, and then my Gaia over here. She's heavy. She sits in there and guards them too. See if I can make you seasick. But you look at her hair. I love this. She's got dinosaurs and sea creatures and all these things in her hair. She's got tattoos all over her. She's pregnant with the earth. I mean, I love this statue. Yeah, she usually sits in the grow room too. She's not got a very pretty face, but she does have blue eyes. Hey, Petey! Ooh, I like your new avatar. Cool beans, girl. How are you today? Whoop. How you doing? Roger Rabbit! For a while, I had Jessica Rabbit with purple hair. It was Jessica Rabbit, and she had purple hair for my avatar for a long, long time on YouTube. But I've always been kdmoonchild on YouTube. That's not the only name I've had other channels too, but this one has always been kdmoonchild. Yeah, I used to have an essential oils channel because I used to sell essential oils till I realized it was a pyramid scheme and got out of it. All they were really excited to sign me up because I had a YouTube channel. So I can make lots of money for my higher ups. Yeah. You're wonderful. Mr. T action figure. I love it. Was that in your package that you got today? I saw that earlier in Manic's live stream. That was fun. I turned Manic on to Hay House. He's like, "Oh, there's cool stuff in here." Yeah, and you sign up with them. They give you class. You can have classes. I just missed a writing seminar. They're a publisher. They are one of the biggest publishers of oracle and tarot cards out there. It is all about the sourcing, and there's more. There's more. The essential oils. Um, I make sure when I buy essential oils now, if I can't buy them locally, so I can hold it in my hand. We have a store here. It's called Kate's Magic, and it's an essential oils and store like that. It's a really cool store. To work there, you have to be a level 1 Reiki practitioner. She doesn't send anything out of her store that has not been had a Reiki treatment. So that's a pretty cool place. I love going there, but it's downtown, so I don't always get to go downtown. But I do order from her website. Actually, I have here's some of her, uh, here's one of her mists. I use this before I start every live stream. It's just sandalwood and lavender. Purificate my aura. Smells so good. Hey, Moss. Good to see ya. Several years ago, my late friend, who's Apache and Mexican. Cool. Oh, okay. Well, the hoarder thing, it's really easy for someone to fall into if you're, I would have to say, if you're kind of walking asleep, because I think it can happen to a person before they realize it. Hi, Steve. Good to see you. Good to see you. I think it can happen to a person before they realize it, and then it next thing they know, they're over their head. Um, and that's not always. I mean, I've known hoarders that were very positive people, and you'd have no idea they lived like they did. Um, so, but if you've got a negative hoarder next door, yeah, it's affecting you. So, anybody want card? Let's do another card. Cards, readings, y'all. Hello. You guys gonna come and color with me tomorrow night? You'll take one, Petey? Cool. I figured you would. Of course you can have a card. Let's see. And use the Earthcraft Oracle for PD. Yeah, you guys gonna come and at least watch me color. Oh, good. We're gonna have giveaway. I decided, as I'm been here talking, that the second week, the second Thursday every month, is going to be a show on creativity. Whether it's coloring, painting, playing with resin, something like that. Oh, didn't I give Dee her reading? I am not starring these. This is my problem. Did I give you your reading, Dee? I'm a little Scatterbrain today. Gotcha. Thank you. So we'll just do it for D right now. And then we'll do one for PD. Okay, PD? And we'll use the Earthcraft for both of you. I didn't. Thank you, Scotty. You know, sometimes this is hard to keep track of everything, you know? You don't know? Well, let's do another reading for you, and we'll know, right? Hey, 1 or 2, you know? 10 or 12. I'm really being silly. Okay. D. Oh, I love it. This is one of my favorite cards. This card is all about your strength. Wow. Warrior woman. Holy crap. Don't be afraid of conflict, girl. This card is also about change. And because it's about change, you might be feeling a little unstable. But don't worry about that. Keep your mind focused. I'm seeing her third eye up here. Keep your mind focused on the outcome. Just don't be really attached to the process of getting to that outcome, because it's going to take your strength and all your love and most of your time. But look at all, there's a lot of eyes here. It's all vision stuff. And then you've got the spirals, which are all time. So it's telling you to keep your eyes focused on the time. You know when to be a warrior and when not to be. You know when to be strong and when to be gentle. And it's all comes from your heart. Wow. My goodness. See if there's another card for you. Next. Oh, yes. Because of this warrior woman, you know the change is bringing you abundance. You've already got it, but it's bringing you more and more. Look at her. Goodness me. Wow. And on the bottom, this card says light, but I also see flow. If you relax and float in the flow and don't resist it, you won't have a need to pull up your warrior woman, because you'll be in peace. You won't be seeing the conflict and stuff because it won't be affecting you. Light is a major part of flow, just like wind. It's all that stuff that flows through us and around us that we can't bottle up and sell. Yeah, you can bottle up water, but not at the rate of how it would flow through you if you're floating in it. So, yeah, wow. That's strong, D. Very strong. Stay in the flow. You won't need to worry about being a warrior because abundance is coming to you anyway. You've been so focused on doing what's right and everything. Saturn. You're so focused on it, and you've been so focused on it that, we've been going through such a turbulent time. The big change is the turbulent time is going to As my father would say, like a boil, come to a head. And when it pops, it's going to be messy. But if you keep your mind on the abundance, staying in flow, the mess won't even touch you. You'll just be watching it happen. Like I think a lot of us will be. Cool. Okay. PD. Ma, dear, you love to color. Yeah, I have someone that I've been her spiritual advisor now for years, and she finally 3 years ago had a little girl. So her little girl's my unofficial adopted daughter, and they're going to color with me tomorrow night too. So, because that's one of their favorite things to do together, is to color until time for Kelly Lynn to go to bed. And it's just early enough here that it doesn't interfere with her bedtime. So we'll do that card right there. I love this card, PD. It goes with your Norse stuff too. You and Dolly. It's telling you to run with the wolves. You're somebody who needs the pack around. I know you need your time alone, but you thrive off of having people around you. Even if they're a distraction, they feed you. You don't need to be worried about anything from the past or the future. If you focus on what is right now, that wolf is your protector. So run with the wolves. Hang with your pack. Develop your tribe. If you've been majorly antisocial lately, how's that serving you? Is that making you feel better or worse? This is telling you to run with the wolves. Get out. Stop hiding. You got the strength to do this. We put our own obstacles in our way. I know you have the strength to do this because I've seen it. Cool. Ladies, this is for PD, but this is also for all of us. Rise. Stop worrying about where you're broken and cracked, damn it. That's where your light comes out. Open your arms in pure love and embrace life. It's a gift. It is not something to hide from. It's kind of funny. I was going to do hearts on my nails this time, which you can't really see but it's a fiery glitter, right? And then I stopped at the glitter because I could feel the fire coming up from inside me. It was like, yeah, that's passion. So, the Jimmy Choo red on the other side and black on this side. But this, kintsugi, Japanese, porcelain's broken is mended with 24 karat gold because it's the broken parts of you and the broken parts of that precious porcelain dish that make it valuable. Not in the perfection of newness. It's in all those fallible places. You don't have to hide those. Sometimes when we talk about our things we're going through, you never know who out there is going to hear you, especially if you've got a YouTube channel. But you're going to make a complete difference in your life, just in their lives, just because you're telling them how you're dealing with something that's similar to what they're going through. Yeah, here's your final card. The Mountain. Once again, we're talking flow. All the crystal clear waters come from the pie. All the cleansing comes from the mountain. Ooh, okay. Spirit's also telling me you need to go for a hike. Hey, you and Julian and Jerry, go for a walk. Go have a picnic somewhere. I know it's cold, and you may have to do it in your house with special effects going on the TV. But as soon as you can, get out in nature, girl. Connect with the ground, connect with Gaia. She's waiting for you. And don't worry about the mountains that are in your way. You know what you can do? You can go over them, you can go around them, or you can figure out a way to just go right through them, just like the water does. You think something holds that water back for long? Not at all. You're just waiting to walk? Cool. I don't have a choice in the matter, but I live where I can walk. I don't get snow like you guys do. I bitch, gripe, and complain when it's 35. Because that's really cold here. Yeah, we got our cold weather back. I want you to know it was 80 on Sunday. Full moon day. It was 80 degrees here. Yesterday it was a high of 62. I'm going to stop calling it a roller coaster. It's a serpent. That kind of fluctuations in weather is just, and then you wonder why people get sick. Oh, thank you, hon. Yeah, run with the wolves. Get out. Quit hiding. Your personality, PD. People like you. So, shine, girl, shine. You don't get in a hurry with yourself either. Oh, here we go, River Woman. This was the bottom card. Don't get in a hurry with it. Burdens of your emotions are heavy. I know. I'm an Aquarius. That's what we do. We carry, water is the symbol of emotion. So what does the Aquarius do? We're the water bearer. We're the emotion bearer. We don't carry just a jug of water. We carry a jug of your emotions. Everybody's, the whole world's emotions. So that's why Aquarius sometimes can seem like we are not emotional. Like we can be kind of aloof and cold. So interesting. I love the colors in this card. It is so full of life. Mini Wiconi. Mini Wiconi. Water is life. And it's like she's using her vessel there as also possibly a drum. And I bet you the sound is amazing as the water pours out of her vessel. So I see this card is telling you, you got to get in the flow. You need to immerse yourself in the flow. Don't stand on the sidelines anymore. It's time to dive in. You've got the talents, you've got the abilities, and you know it. Don't be afraid of them. They're a gift. They're not something. If Julian gave you a giant diamond ring for a gift, would you tell him, no, I don't want it, I'm afraid of it? Yeah. Interesting. So we are all going to have fun coloring tomorrow. I can't wait. We are at that point. And hey, Tarot Stash, if you're still listening while you're doing your meeting, I hope your meeting's going well, my friend, and I can't wait to see you next Thursday. So, yes, Tarot Stash, Gerald is my guest next Thursday. So, if you guys want to come and have a lot of fun, he's a crazy person. He is so funny. And be prepared. We will have lots and lots of props because that's what Gerald does. So, yeah, I love him too. He's a ball. He on my birthday panel, on Ron's party. There's that wild hair. He gave me a reading that just like took my breath away. So, yeah, I was like, dude, what's the deal? Why haven't I had you on my channel? Where the hell have you been? I'm like, what are you doing next Thursday? I said, what are you doing this Thursday? He says, well, I got a meeting, but I can come hang out with you next week or the week after. So he's coming next week. So we're gonna have a good time. All you guys, take care of yourselves. Be good to yourself. I'm gonna pull up Therapet here to send us on our way. We get this one a lot, so I'm going to pull another one. We'll do 2 cards. Yes. First card. No one else knows what the hell they're doing. It's going to turn out fine. You know, we all stumble through our lives the same. You know, you see people that think, and you think, wow, that person got their shit together. I'm real impressed. They're stumbling through life just like you are. Don't kid yourself. It's all going to turn out fine. Don't worry about those things that the news and those guys are trying to make us scared of. And, oh, this person said that, and that's dangerous for democracy. And it's only dangerous for democracy if we let it be. Right? Because you're important. You matter. You guys have a good day. I love you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow night with colored pencils, markers, whatever you want to come, draw, do whatever. Hey, Nikki, your timing is perfect because baby doll. Let's see if I can get it in the camera. It's always asked backwards double. You're important, babe. You matter. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, if not before. And in the meantime, we'll have this nachos. That's what I got on the brain is nachos. They're calling me. Yeah, all them black beans and all that. Yeah, I'm making that. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to one another. I love y'all. Aren't we all card carrying certified what? Cuckoo? I'll claim that. I love you guys. Take care. Get in here where I can do this right.